Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Another usual time draft for me here on a Thursday morning, Seattle time, as I am off from jury duty for the 4th of July U.S. holiday here. We're coming back to jury duty on Tuesday, so I'll be doing these morning sessions until then. YouTube don't care. YouTube gets them when I post them. Good news, YouTube should be you should be at the end of a nice long string of actual content there, right? Because as I record this right now, yesterday I got caught up on all of my video processing. So I have like 5 or 6 days of stuff queued up, but that means you're going to see all that stuff before you see this greeting. So there, I got caught up. Isn't that good? And we'll see if we can stay that way. Stay caught up here. I asked chat what we're doing. We decided on best of 3 Chromatic cube. I have not done best of 3 of this cube yet. I've only drafted it a couple of times, mostly leaning on chat's conventional wisdom about how it plays out. What I've been seeing is that aggro is pretty hard to come by. There are rumors of mono white aggro that you can do, and actually we got a piece of that yesterday. I wouldn't say we had a mono white. We didn't have an aggressive white deck. We had kind of a white green mid range, a bunch of synergies type deck, but there were times where I drew parts of it that showed, oh yeah, I can see how if you had more parts like this and you got them in the right order, that you could in fact get an aggro deck. But it seems like it's got to fall in your lap and you got to be the only one going after it. Rob is redeeming mid-spiel blah memes, but since it's for his kids, we'll do it. Which one did you want? Right? You want the new one, the anti-blah? Well, I'll give you the old blah and then the anti-blah. You get them both. So here's the classic.
Blah, 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 blah.
No, blah, blah, blah!
And here's your counterpoint.
You don't need double talk. You need blah, blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. No habla español.
Blah, 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 says Ryan. And the end of my blah, blah, blahs always pivot over to my friends at cardkingdom.com. They're my sponsors. Check them out. They are doing what they can to keep Modern Horizons 2 stuff in stock. But that stuff is flying. What a popular set. So if you're looking to get some Modern Horizons 2, chances are they're going to have what you're looking for. But if they are out, if they are missing that key card, well, that's where they have the restock notice. And I have jumped on some restock notices and used it really effectively to get the cards I want when I want them. There's a lot of turnover right now. So it's not that some card is staying at 0 forever on a given place's website or Card Kingdom's website. It's kind of going up and then back to 0 and if you can put in a notice, you can catch it when it goes up, when it has some stock, and you can be the one that returns it back to 0. So keep that in mind as you are figuring out how to acquire the stuff you want for your latest modern brew, especially a lot of I have a store myself here, and a lot of my modern parts are kind of flying off the shelves these days. I think I've sold all of my Modern Horizons 1 dual lands and selling a lot of little 4-ofs that are clearly 4-ofs for modern purposes. And so everybody's digging that format, it seems, in Constructed. You can check out my sponsor for more of that. And I bet we'll see some classic modern parts here in this cube. Cubes in general stacked with powerful stuff, and so is modern. So let me adjust the format. We are doing cube traditional today. Means sideboarding. I barely remember sideboarding. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I played best of 3 on stream. I've just generally been feeling that Cube rewards best of 1 as an entertainment property because it provides different opponents, more variety of opponents than best of 3. But I'm in. Just looking, I sold my French copy of Lightning Greaves. I've been throwing up a bunch of foreign language cards, just kind of seeing how they sell. Foreign language cards are something that former WotC collections are absolutely full of because of the nature of how free product flows at Wizards of the Coast, and especially in R&D. R&D has always had a lucky seat, or always had a lucky seat when I was there, because we were next to the CAPS department, CAPS. It was like, now I'm forgetting what CAPS stands for, but product packaging. It's like the packaging department, and Wizards does a lot of packaging, so there's their busy house there, busy department. But the CAPS department would always work hand in hand with R&D to do quality control on incoming product, right? So new Magic set is coming out. We got to get boxes in and check them ourselves, make sure that everything looks good, nothing weird. All right, pause that story for a second while we assess this pack. Product services. I think P is like product packaging services, or product services is the PS. Containment and product services. Mentor of the Meek. Heliod was a bit of an all-star for us yesterday. Gilded Goose as ramp, and kind of the only green. I mean, Primal Might is fine, but Goose is an interesting place to start given lack of any competition for the color here. Chromatic certainly means gold is well supported. Goose or Mentor or Heliod is where I'm at. Mentor kind of makes me want to try the well, Goose is a little more on-plan fun. I'm going to do Goose. Like, Sentry is interesting too. So is Heliod. I mean, I like Heliod G-Guards. I just played Heliod yesterday, though, so I figured I'll move in this direction here. We can pick up another 1-mana Accelerator or a 3-mana Mega Accelerator. You want to go Prismatic. You want to go Chromatic. The Prismatic Bridge is a fun place to start. But yeah, let's take another elf, right? Match our first pick with a second one like it. Fauna Shaman. This probably shouldn't wheel, but I find it consistently does. Mike wants to go for the fun bridge. I don't blame you. I don't know what's wheeling in this cube, but I'm going to take the generically good in any green deck power card as opposed to a full plan in and of itself. Lawnmower Elves is pretty good. Find me a picture of somebody who has done an altar of Llanowar Elves to be Lawnmower Elves. There's got to be an altar of Llanowar Elves out there of an elf pushing a lawnmower. I don't know, Mike. This is like my third or fourth draft of this. I really don't know how people are taking stuff in this format. So we're going to find out. Zimone doesn't actually, like, it's not that you can produce 8 mana, it's that you have 8 lands, so ramping doesn't actually get us anywhere with Zimone. But I'm kind of with you. Yeah, this is just such Value Town. What a boring, incredible card. Right? Giant Killer Sir, that's interesting too. This Ravager Worm calls to me as well. For sure, we could take Ravager Worm, and that's 2 for 1. But whoever called, like, Bone Crusher is just so hyper efficient and such a baseline 2 for 1 that it's, yeah, like, I have a hard time not playing it in Standard, and I have a hard time not taking it when I see it in Cube. It just is... It does all the things for a total of 5 mana. It's like 2 for 1 for 5 mana. We're doing it. You think the stomp part isn't? I think it, again, I don't have the hugest experience, so if you feel like you've played the heck out of this thing and understand it better, I would give you that nod. But so far, in my experience, my issue has been that there's not a lot of interaction such that being able to pick off your opponent's Talrand Sky Summoner before it spits out 87 Drakes and kills you is actually pretty important. Getting this risk before it makes an army is important. So... yeah, you can run into decks, I suppose, that aren't running targets for this, but you're fine. In that case, you're paying 5 mana to do 2 to the face and make a 4/3 that's painful to kill. So, Lantern, what Lantern do we have here? Oh, yeah, this Lantern. That's interesting. I think I'm going to go with the... I get the, I'm going to go with the small green thing again and try to move towards a bit of a plan here on the go wide. Although, you don't have to follow that. And we get Branch Loft Pathway Command we played yesterday. It was pretty powerful. Oh, yeah, you're not doing it right, Robert. I would, 33 is like par, so. Oh, yeah, what does this do? I should read this one. When you cast this from your hand, copy it if you control an artifact, then copy it if you control enchantment. So you really need to be doing the thing. If you're doing the thing, I would take that, but I'm not sure we're doing the thing. I'll take this thing. Cavalier of Dawn, somewhat interesting too. Collector. Well, I was trying not to be exactly what we were doing yesterday, starting to slide into green-white aggro again. Banner is interesting. Just pump and name green and pump everything. Definitely possible. Green Seeker is good just for drawing cards. Yeah, there's the Hypnotoad, right? You could consider taking it for this, but yeah, maybe we'll just go Banner. But I think we're also ramping. We could end up going to the big side, but I like how we're, I don't know, let's take the Banner. Lyra. Or Goldvein pick. This could actually be a pick deck. But Lyra's just good, I mean, she loses her luster in Cube, where there's just a lot of expensive, powerful finishing creatures. But she's a tight package. If you don't kill her, she's going to kill you. You like Magda? Magda is interesting too. We got the Bone Crusher, we got the Command. I'm going to take the Magda. I think that's an interesting angle, because the thing I said about Lyra is true. She is still just a generic big finisher, and yes, she has to be killed, but if you can kill her, you're fine. And she's 5. We took the hero yesterday and ended up pretty low on gold cards. We can just take the smashing. I think like we're closer to red-green than green-white. Ultimatum. If this were a Teamer, if this were a Naya Ultimatum, then we would consider it. But Yeah, but Magda works on her own. I mean, as a 2/1 that attacks to add mana, she's not the worst just on her own. Well, now what? The land is calling me to potentially do the command thing, but again, I think we're closer to red. Cavalier of Flame is interesting. Heliod's interesting. Chamber Sentry is interesting. I guess I took the Cavalier. Didn't even see how much time was left. Hey, look, I was right. Fauna Shaman comes back around, and I'm not even sure we take it. We got the pathway. That's maybe more important to the deck than this. Although, I mean, Cavalier of Flame with a go wide is interesting. I'll take that. Pests, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders. Not elves, though. This is, yeah, haste. Everything gets haste. I mean, I guess we take it, but maybe I even take the Blood Crypt. Like, I'll take the Urbrask, but I think this is a little underpowered at this point in Cube. But also, it supports a strategy that not a lot of people are doing, which is to say, you know, getting in there with aggro. Double Visions. None of this is going to be a thing here. Who cares? Well, Pathway coming back is interesting. Greatness is not unplayable, but I don't think we're there. Green Seeker comes back too. Mask could combo up with our... Oops, I was going to go back to Green Seeker. Sorry, I'm a little slow on the grab here. Fortunately, both of those were interesting picks. I think I would rather have the Green Seeker, but both were interesting picks. That's what I meant to go get. Now. Druid for ramp, elite for... well, are we doing that enough? I don't want ram through. Yeah, right now, white is a questionable... I don't even know if we're playing white, so I don't want to take Maul. I think it's ram through, Druid, elite. Do we have enough going on? Nah, see, our Magecraft is just not good for the Dragon's Guard, so it does make me just want the Druid. Ram through is interaction. It's true. We just don't have a lot of size. But I guess it's a thing we don't have yet, and we have Goose and Elves, so I'm with you. We'll take Ram through. I want more interaction at this point. Not the land for us. We can take the Ooze. Not much else for us, unless we want the Black Blade. Lorehold Command. Yeah, I suppose we're technically approaching the ability to cast this. If we splash a little white. This dragon, or this dragon. Yeah, the reason I think the command is interesting is that it does support the go wide we're approaching. I don't know what this does. What am I doing? I'm going to take the command. I think it actually works towards what we're doing a little more. I'm always taking the Embercleave, though. If we're attacking and we have red cards, I will take your Embercleave. Thank you. Plarg helps us get down on the ground early. Biogenic Ooze just does value after value after value. So I think we take the value after value after value, especially given that we don't really have too much we're happy about. Like, these are all fine-ish, but they're not like, yes. And I bet we wheel the Bergie. Nobody seems to be interested in red. I think we'll be fine getting that on the wheel. I'm going to go with Rada here over Beanstalk Giant. Rada is going to help us with lands too. Beanstalk can go fetch it, but Rada just lets you peel him off the top. I like that. Well, this is ramp, but we're not really doing the 4 power thing very successfully. Genesis Ultimatum, not for us. Guardian Idol. Yeah, but are we very ferocious? That's my thing. I don't see how ferocious we really are. We've got a couple, but we're just not getting paid off for Kiora at all. So Idol speaks to me. Dragon Horde is possible too, though. Actually, I'm going to take Dragon Horde. We may end up with a dragon yet that could randomly... How about Maskwood Nexus? Could be dragon upon dragon upon dragon. But I think we probably just want the plain old, says it right there on the card, dragon. That's fine. There's Arnie. Evolution Sage. Are we putting counters on enough things? I don't know if we're doing enough counter work to want to take the Evolution Sage. Overgrown Tomb could help us on that front. I'll take an Arnie, though. Cole? I don't think that's going to make the cut. All this... red, white equipment stuff. Not quite there. I guess we can take Halvar. Well, maybe we should take both of the dragons we were considering before came back. Let's take this dragon and consider a black splash here as well. Alloy Mirror could be ramp and fixing. Extinction Event. I think we're going to splash black. I like picking up an Extinction Event here. Mirror and Expanse help with the colors. Yeah. I'm going to take the Extinction Event to have that in the toolbox. We'll go Plarg here. Just to keep having... I know we're heavy on critters, but... Yeah, it's best of 3, so we can decide if it's not right. I don't think this is ever going to be right. This is a zombie dragon. I'll take it just in case. I don't think we're playing that either, but we'll see. Blooming Marsh is a fine pickup. Look at that. Last pick on color fixing. It's a lot of black to be taking that. Not a dragon either. Probably just want a robber. Path. Cavalier, interesting also. Cold Steel for ramp and fixing. Pathway, yeah. Gives us a little access to white. Feeling less and less interested in the white, though, and more interested in the black. Crackle, yeah. I bet... I don't think we need... I'm going to take robber. I'm taking the robber. Now what you got for me? World Tree. God Eternal. Double the power. World Tree does fix everything, and when it comes to like your 7 drops, fixes them on time. I'm partly thinking Crackle might wheel. Red seems pretty darn open, and that's a very specifically kind of rampy red spell. We'll take the land here, though. Hall of Oracles, Vivian, Felidar Retreat. I mean, if we did get some white going, that would be interesting. Taunter is interesting too, yeah. Vivian seems fine, you're right. Just a nice, powerful planeswalker. We'll take it. Yeah, the big dragon also possible. I bet that big dragon wheels. You watch. We're going to wheel Witherbloom. What's this? Huh? Well, we're kind of doing the dragon thing. Evolving Wilds for the fixing. But I kind of have a hard time. Like, we got enough dragon stuff going that I'm doing it. We're taking the dragon card. Got World Tree, Pathway helping the baseline, and Marsh, but really World Tree and Marsh are only 2 black sources right now. Mm-hmm. I bet Vizier wheels. If that is something we're attracted to, we can pull it around. How about this? Could be good for us. We don't really have double black yet. Hydra does fix. So Temple, but again, I'm moving off of white. I'm taking the Crux. Yeah, it seems greedy now, but we'll see. It might not be. You all are correct, but we have picks remaining, is my point. And the alternatives were not, like, I didn't care too much about the alternatives. Is this Gear Hulk playable? Oh yeah, we want Dragon Berserker, of course. That's fine. So yes, Crux is still a spec. Not playing it yet. But Gilded Goose helps. All the treasure helps. So keep that in mind. I feel like we're going to make a lot of treasure as well. Maybe we are closer to it than I think. Pretty easy Hydra here, though, I think. I don't know what this does. Whenever one or more creatures you control fights or become blocked, draw a card. Yeah, just Hydra. Lannery could help us play the black again. Treasure. Combat Celebrant, you say? Yeah, I'm going to go Lannery. I think Lannery is a good pickup. Earthshaker Kenra would be okay, but Lannery... We got this treasure sub-theme that I think is interesting and potentially good. See? What'd I tell you? Really, the green is dried up. I almost want to cut the green and just go red-black dragons. Gift? Tutor, gift, tutor, gift. It's a tutor, but I don't know if we run it. I'll take it. I don't know if we run it. We'll see. Hall of Oracles. Rummage. Brash, Taunter. I guess we can take Taunter. Yeah, maybe the 2-drop would have been better math, but I was tempted by the taunter. Cursed. Yeah, we're not playing that much black, though. I don't think we're playing so much black that we're going to play a 2-drop. Triple damage or rankle. I'll take rankle. I don't think triple damage is real. This might be. What's this? Yeah, whatever. We'll take. I was really hoping to find one more like Blooming Marsh style card for the black splash, and didn't quite get there. So now Rankle and Command are in question, or not Command. What is it? Crux of Fate. They're in question, but we have both Dragon's Hoard that taps for any color, and we've got a lot of treasure. Like if we go, let's see what our I thought we had more treasure making than that. Maybe we don't. How many dwarfs do we have? Just Magga. Don't worry about the land yet. We're not running a plains. Land is the last thing I fix. We don't care what the dang system suggests. But we gotta cut Angel, and maybe that'll even take out the plane. I don't think they're gonna take the plains because of Riss. Oh, okay, looks like without Riss, they'll without any white pips, they'll cut the plains automatically. So that leaves us. All right, let's say we just say no on the double black. And then look at our totals. We got 20, 10 split. Now let's look at our creatures up here. What's the Gear Hulk do again? Okay, 6/6 first strike for 6. When it enters, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, you mill 3 cards. Then Combustible Gear Hulk does damage to that player equal to the total mana. So you draw 3 or do a bunch to the face with Gear Hulk. I mean, we just cut the black dragon in the extinction event and not worry about the black at all. What's our dragon count? Just the 2 dragons? So we're not really doing the dragon thing anyway. That's true. The Dragonkin makes dragons. This is an X spell. Yeah, we don't need the mask. I agree on that. Yeah, I could agree on Arnie as well as being a medium creature at best. Yeah, let's get rid of the Artisan. I don't know about Plarg. Plarg was called, but it's still a 2. And it rummages. And we got a lot of things for it to find. This is a land. That's nice. Spland kind of reduces our count by 1. Thinking maybe like Gear Hulk is just whatever. I mean, it's interesting, but I think we can let that Gear Hulk go. Yeah, why don't we just get rid of the black? Let's just make this straight gruel. And then we can probably just cut a land. We got 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 with the smashing, plus Llanowar Elves and Goose, and Dragon's Horde and Banner also ramping. Yeah, you say it's not great, but like there's a lot of artifacts floating around, so when you can take out an artifact from them, I think that's pretty good. ETB on the Horde. But we don't have like any shape shifting, right? So truly our only dragon. Yeah, with the Berserker making extras. But I don't even know if like getting... Yeah, I guess drawing cards is pretty good. Anything we're not running that we're like, I you know, it's been called that the splash is pretty free. We've got this, the freest of the splash is probably the white. Yeah, like World Tree is... Not planning on doubling tokens with Riz? Sure, we could do that. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, we can totally do this, right? No, I think this is just cute. I think we do. I think I do want all 18 of these lands. So maybe we do cut one of these. If we cut the banner, really the cost of cutting the banner is just that like our elf tokens are a little small. I think we can let go of the banner though. I think that's fine. Let's do that. And we don't have any gods. We passed our god. I think we cut the world tree. Pathway. I mean, is there anything? I mean, risk technically can activate with white, but it's not needed in any way, shape, or form here. So I'm cutting the pathway. Yes, the Nexus would have been an interesting addition to the deck for sure in retrospect, but here we are. I'm Draggin. Need some more coffee. Oh, I better change these sleeves then. Now we'll let Mama have some free Lotus sleeves today. They are very pretty. No land redeeming. I was nice to Mama. I'll be nice to Tron, especially because I love me the mountain especially. Mike lighting cigars on fire, lighting cigars with his channel points.
I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
Uh-oh, then he dropped the burning channel points onto the ground and lit Homer's house on fire. What do you think? How are we gonna do here? We definitely got some weird, like, yeah, the taunt is just kind of funny, but we're gonna keep this. We actually got a lot of early game. Nothing, no 2-drop here yet. Hopefully we find one on the top. Come on. 2-drop off the top. No. This is best of 3. All right, Captain. Get in there. Well, I could hoard it up, but this actually gives us a treasure as well. Let's just go in with Captain. Just drop an ooze next turn. Taunter would be interesting too, although Trample and Taunter don't play very well. That is not a human for our dragon. But we have a dragon for the dragon horde, so that's kind of funny. If we go horde here, we end up with 3 total mana after, and with 3 total mana we could ram through, but well, we could do horde, attack, and then treasure, make a 4-powered Lannery and take out Neheb. Tron likes ooze, let it grow. That's the other option. We just don't worry about this yet, and we ooze it. And then... Yeah, I think I'll go with the ooze play. Mike likes clearing Neheb. I think we have time, but maybe I'll regret this, Mike. We'll see. We will see. It's already a question mark on whether they attack into it. Oh yeah, I should have attacked, sorry. I forget my own creature's power. Definitely should have attacked, my bad. Now it's a half for 1 if Neheb even attacks. But I think with ram through being an instant, you could practically set an upkeep stop for them, expecting to ram through on upkeep. Plarg. Just make oozes too. If I make an ooze, though, we don't have the mana to ram through. If I Dragon's Horde, we do. So let's do that. There is a reason to keep the pathway? What do you mean? What don't I get? Yeah, that's true. We should get him while shields are down, but we need to set an end step thing here. Oh, the backside of Plarg. Gotcha. Yeah, yeah. Might as well have that opportunity for such a low cost. Basically free. Token RAM, so that if they did happen to have something to undercut our target, we would have our actual ooze still left. Yeah, we have ways to get white for the backside of Dean, but the observation that because of the Dean, we should just run the pathway, the green-white pathway, that's well taken. Leyline Tyrant. Well, now we're going to have to try and get that thing dead. Yeah, so like we'd even offer well, we can, I think we leave the ooze. Mike likes send all. Are we really, we're just like, if they want to trade for the biogenic ooze, we're fine with that? No, this doesn't get another dragon, right? Human artifact. I'm curious about the send all. My inclination is to not risk the ooze. But it seems like some of you want to just offer up the ooze. I'm going to go with my gut with just send the token. If we were closer to killing them, I'd start making those offers, but... Oh yeah, maybe I should have... We're talking about the flip side of the Dean, but I'm not even looking at it. I could have done that, and it would have allowed both to attack. But I like... let's make a dragon... And we don't get value, steal value, but we get draw a card value, which I'll do here. And then we can, well, do we want to play Augusta anyway? Let's see. I should understand what we really want to do. Because I still think maybe we just want Plarg here. But maybe Dean is in order. Yeah, I'll try the Dean. I should have done the Dean before combat again. I think you're right. Yeah, we can't draw this turn, but we don't need to draw this turn, right? I mean, I guess if they kill the Horde, that'll be sad, but it's not like this card isn't waiting for us. And I should have played Dean before combat and enabled the extra attack, and I didn't. But I'm not going to compound the mistake. I'll play her now. And then even like, well, Draggin, I guess, doesn't get big enough to win, but... Now, from here, I think we just ooze until they can do something about it. You may exert. When you do, put a creature from hand to battlefield. Oh, well, new plan. New plan with the ability to take out the Tyrant. We're just going to do that. And I'm going to do it for one less so that we can actually draw off the Dragon Horde. Well, maybe I don't need to. Yeah, we don't need to draw. We'll save that card for later. And just make a 5/6. Good to get this thing dead when they only have one red available as well. And then everything but the Dean. And do we want this tapped? 6. Yeah, tap them all, and Oppo agrees that they are in trouble. Somewhat of a mirror match here. Draggin-y Gruul with a little black across the way. But just kind of... I don't see a cohesive plan other than big stuff. Not that we have a cohesive plan besides big stuff. I'm just looking to see if there's anything that informs our sideboarding. And I don't think so. We are going to bring in the pathway for a forest, because we did legit cast the Dean side of that, and it was good. I'm not going to add any more for it, but we'll do that much. And I think we're just running it back. Like, if they showed a bunch of 1 toughness small stuff, we could bring in Mask of Immolation or something. But I think this is fine. What's up, Allie? Nice. See if Magda can get in. We get Goose on 1, Magda on 2, and then we'll see on 3. Oppo pausing on the 2 mana. Let's see what they've got. Maybe a burn spell for Magda. They had a burn spell and didn't bolt the bird, though. That's kind of interesting. If Magda lives, though, yeah, we get to do Urbrask on 3. I would accept that play. I see. It wasn't that they chose not to bolt the bird, it's that they literally couldn't. But they could bolt the Magda. Now we're looking for something to do on 3 because we don't have anything right now. That will qualify. Let's kill that thing. Can't make another food. No. Because creating food requires tapping. We could if we can't even be cute and sack our food to make food. But we can, I'm going to go with a second green source here and just go ahead and make Urbrask. Don't want to attack, unfortunately, because I don't want to trade. But next turn we have Bone Crusher Giant, ram through, attack with both. Guess we need to kill the Awakener more so than the Neheb. I forget what this does, though. Okay, so they can loot away. That's fine. Funny. Hasty Llanowar Elves means we can play it for free, basically. But I do think the Awakener feels like the scarier thing here, so we're gonna swing away. Except for elves, and, well, swing away with our two big boys. And then let's ram this thing through. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Wasn't really thinking about it, but we'll save the 2. So now they probably have to attack with the champ there. We'll sack the goose, I think. This actually has power. Goose could get us some food or whatever, but I don't think this is going to be about making food. Tron said sack the elf. That was the choice, right? Food maker or not. Plarg. Plarg immediately rummage or immediately... Yeah, Plarg rummage. Yeah, maybe I should have played land and activate. That would have been fine too. Is that, yeah, I somehow didn't think I had the math on my side there, but yes, could have done it that way. Hey, thanks, Rob. Did you leave a note? I'll send you my first signed card for Rob. And I'm going to say, I got to make a blah joke on it. Let's see, what are we doing? Besides screwing up my Plarg. Bone Crusher Death. Urbrask, maybe? I mean, would we trade Urbrask for Dreadhoard's probably fine here. Like, if we trade this off, aren't we happy? Isn't that good? Chat just wants the giant. All right, I'll send just the giant. This is a pretty good card, you're right. And I'm going to hold the land, although I think at this point we're going to be activating the 5-mana Plarg. So yeah, I'll just play the land here. If we draw land, we may want to be able to have extra. Well. Suddenly not going our way. Suddenly coming up Millhouse. Let's see. Is this enough though? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we need X of 1 is 5, X of 2 is 8. So we're 2 away and we don't have time to get there. So we're gonna hold. That card doesn't do anything for us right now. Do we have anything for a 7/6? I don't know if we do. Certainly don't have anything for that dragon. All right. Well, now we know we have a finality to play around. Sweepers, man. You think you're doing fine in cube, and then sweepers. Any like maybe a 6/6 in for something like a taunter. At least this survives finality. And turns out there is actually a ground war that's big enough that this first strike 6/6 matters. Could argue bringing in the 6/6 dragon on that axis as well, but I think I'll just go with that swap and see how it plays. We get to play this time. All right. Need another green source, but I like this as a place to start. There's our second green. Nice. Now we just need something to do on 4. We've got a play for turn 3 if Oppo gives us a target. Yes, only one, maybe only one 4-drop, but we certainly have many other things we could do on 4. Hydra, any of our 2s, Lannery Storm, Rada, Bone Crusher Giant would all be welcome draws. Sorry, I was looking at my deck, not passing my priority. Let's see what they do. Binning that, they probably don't have the black to cast it here. And we don't really need to fire off the Spit Flame here, but what do you think? We don't have anything to do next turn anyway. Like, if we draw something to do, we'll wish we had the Spit Flame cast, but if we don't draw anything to do, we might just rather get something else with this. This attacks into the Ranger. So that's the main point that I'm considering. I think I'm going to do it, though. We're going to hope to get this back. It uses my mana. I'm going to be optimistic. We're going to find something to do here. All right, we didn't. We didn't, but I took my chances. Now we just need a land. We're, you know, everything we have is 5 and 6 mana now, so come on, deck. You're 18 lands and 2 ramp creatures and a ramp rock. All right, thank you, thank you. I mean, we would have liked to keep our Berserker or whatever, but they had to kill it, and mainly I just wanted to make sure we get going here. Maybe Vivian with no pressure. Always like to get a Planeswalker going when there's no pressure on them.
I speak for the wilds, unbowed and unbound.
And we will go Vigilance in this world, I think.
I call, and Ikoria answers.
What's the ultimate? Cast your next. Search your library with lesser, put it on the battlefield. We could even do that. That's true. And we got the Gear Hulk to do it with. But they get to choose. Draw 3 cards. Okay, yeah. Let's do Gear Hulk.
Things are about to get out of hand. I brought friends.
And what do we want? Urbrask? How about Urbrask? Hydra doesn't seem like the right choice. Yeah, I'm gonna send. I just was assessing, you know, if they remove the 3/3, are we sad? And the answer is no. They remove the 3/3 and go after Vivian. I'm like, sure. Right. So all they could do is send the champ at Vivian after removing it, and I think that looks good for us. Yeah, the one line that I was considering there before attack all was removal spell on 3/3 attack Vivian, but I process that and be like, well, then we just win the game, so go for it. And there you go. All right. One down. Let's see. I'm going to see what Rob ordered. Three Summoners Pacts, a Sedgemoor Witch, and a Bright Climb Pathway. You got it, buddy. Hope you don't mind me sharing your order with the class here. Can you keep this for sure? Maybe make 2 treasures on our turn 3 attack. Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe. Might still be worth it. Decided for us, as it turns out. All right, Captain. Let's get the Captain going. Oh, if you remember, remind me after this match to go put the forest plains in instead of just the forest for our possible casting of that backside. Could even drop a Riss here. But then what are we doing next turn? Next turn we would play the Shatterskull Smashing as land, attack with the Captain, and be able to play a 5, but not Cavalier ahead of combat. Embercleave is a possible play 2 next turn on the attack if we have another creature out. Embercleave could just be part of the attack next turn, sacking both treasures to pay 5 to put it on Captain. Well, we can't drop Taunter this turn. Mainly, right now I'm just trying to decide if I'm casting this Riss or not. And I think I'm not. It's not that impactful next turn. Well, this sucks. Probably losing the cleave here. But the good news is we got a lot of stuff behind. And they're down to 3 cards here, so if we can contain the horde, this will be okay. They may even go for the smashing to try and take our ability to manage their horde. But Rada doesn't have haste or anything. Let's start with Captain Attack. Captain Attack. Interesting. Do they know it has first strike? I don't know. Oh, maybe it doesn't. Do I know it doesn't have first strike? What am I thinking of? That's all right. We'll take that trade anyway. I'm kind of happy about... I was considering using the smashing on it anyway, so... Where's it? I owe myself this, though, right?
Oh, no, please! I can't read your crazy moon language!
Yeah, maybe it's the Daredevil. I don't know what I was thinking. Dragon Dude, that's got to be it, because I was attacking with the Dragon Dude earlier. I think that's where my brain was, Brian. Yeah. I'm going to go Rada, look for a land here, and then we'll see about Riss, maybe? No Riss, or no land. I can play the Smashing, and with this coming, I think I will. We could even Riz here and be able to Cavalier next turn. Yeah, I'm going to do that now. Although, yeah, let's do that. Now I like doing it. Although I guess Riz can't really attack. So now I feel like I need to kill the Sire, or else they get to just take what they want from their deck. That seems rough. Then we can send in Rada at least. Math says, nah, you don't think we need to kill this? Well, how to eat the Sire? I guess if I play Cav, but then yeah, I eat the Sire, but it gets any card they want from their library. I don't think I want to let them Demonic Tutor. That's the bottom line. Rada does have first strike, yes. So that we could attack first if that's what you're saying, but I am gonna kill this thing after. What crackle? Like. Oh. Oh, I see. You were thinking I could just block with Rada. I thought you were talking about play Cavalier and eat it. Effin Ugin.
I can create or destroy.
Effin Ugin, indeed. And can't even, if I make a goose, I can't make a warrior. I believe we are in serious jeopardy. Gotta goose it up, give us some possible action to get out of this next turn. But I think we've now lost.
Truth lies beyond vision.
Kind of feel like I'm supposed to kill this thing. We lose Riss? I guess maybe we wait one more turn and try to do it with Riss tokens. Yeah, still doesn't look great. Let's see. Find a target opponent. That doesn't work for killing Ugin. I think it's exile. It's usually exile.
Secrets manifest before
I just, like, where are we even going? Is there a way to win this? Like, if I can't come up with our plan for winning, I think I'm going to scoop. I mean, I just don't know. I have no plan. No plan to win this game. I'm done. Maybe you come up with something that I missed and can show me that that was an early scoop, but I looked through my deck, I had zero plan to win that game. I wish. If only they didn't start getting 7 points of lifelink per turn. Extinction event. They are doing a lot of tokens. Should we try that? Taunter's again been kind of taunting me. I think I'm going to cut, like, this card. It's not. So we're going to bring in this because we can, and this because we added black, and this because we added black. It's true, this is not great for our evenness, but I like having it in the back pocket against all those tokens. Let's try this. All right, keep this. Even Lannery on 2. Or Rada on 2. Probably Rada on 2, given our lack of lands. Although we did draw another land, so now I think it's more flexible which one we do. Lannery would help us potentially Urbrask earlier, right? So let's do that. If you weren't aware, Captain Lannery Storm doesn't have first strike. She'd be too good. She'd be really good. Then you could pump the power and take out anything. She'd be busted. Who would think Captain Lannery Storm has first strike when obviously that would be busted? Hey, Jim. Happy 1 year. Thanks for all the fun times. Rada, get on it. All right. Rada doing her job now. And let's go Urbrask for the troubles. Oppo stuck on land here, trying to make them pay. Oppo agrees that that is effectively game. I didn't put in an actual swamp. We don't have any basic land searching, though, so I kind of like the lack of an actual swamp. We just end up with 1, 2 plus treasure, 3 plus treasure for extinction event. I think that's enough. We'll keep it in. Nice. Captain on 2 again. I'm sure Oppo will be thrilled, unless Oppo manages to pick off the elf. We've seen the capability. They're on the play, so they could go... well, they mulligan again, though. But this elf could easily get -1/-1. Oh, we now have a Rada play as well to consider. But I think we're going to do the Lannery again. Ah, now we choose. We will play what they don't take from us. Urbrask the Hidden, get it? It's the one card our opponent doesn't know about. Well, there's our splash, and here we are unable to use it, but we'll try and get there eventually. And in the meantime, attack, then Draggin. This Kraken is scary, though. We really need our... Flyer to live, or we may have to bail ourselves out with an Extinction Event. But Extinction Event on 3 could get rid of the Kraken, or on odd could get rid of the Kraken, on even gets rid of the tokens. And of course, we have odd and even going, so we just have to decide it. Yeah, we can also crackle it coming up. Ooh, but we could do the Extinction Event too now. Unfortunately, it kills all of our stuff, so I'm just going to crackle. But I'll do it with this land. Oh, wait, if I do this, we can't do it this turn. Shoot. I'm not going to let him have, not going to let him have more. We gotta play from hand and pick this thing off. Now even isn't the worst, and we can play this tapped for even next turn, and for now, we can still Urbrask and have nothing but odd out, so it's good. First strike means we can swing. I guess they take that trade, that's fine though too. I'm fine 1-for-1ing as well. We got Plarg on the top coming our way. Would have been better to be aware that that's what I was doing, but I think I still would have done that. That was fine. Don't have the Augusta side, but we can... And we also don't have the extinction that we're happy with now. But we're still looking good, and we can just play land and start Rada, activating Rada. Or do we Plarg it? I'm going to just make him beat Rada. You like Plarg for next turn. I like saying stop Rada. Because we get to a place where... Now we can Plarg and Rada. They can crack back the other way, and maybe they sack to get something to save them from Rada. So there's that, but we can't really do anything about Bloodski here unless we lose our Rada as well. We got a Biogenic Ooze coming, though. That's nice. That's true. Ugin is a thing, and it doesn't even... We don't get to extinct it. Crazy. Why do it this way? Do you think they have something in hand? What is this about? Do they not see first strike? Maybe they don't see first strike? I know, I'm right on this one, right? I really have first strike? I think so. There you go. So let's plarg it. Could even potentially cast Rada for free, although we know there's a land underneath, right? No, we know there's a ooze underneath. Wow, this one's slipping away from us somehow. I thought this was ours. Yeah, time for event. Unfortunately, they're totally getting Ugin. So I don't know how we deal with that. Let's see, though. What needs to die is the odds, so we'll name odd. And they didn't boast, though, so we got away from it, basically. Right? Oh, did they put it on top? Oh, he did boast. Okay. Did boast. Never mind. I thought boast was in hand. I saw a cardless hand and thought that meant they didn't. All right, well, if that's what they got, I mean, I ooze, and then we only end up with the one ooze, because they're going to do this again. They get to cast this again for another Chupacabra. No, they have mana for Ugin. They just thought double Chupacabra would be better, which is fair. I would end up with a 3/3. And that's better than just sitting here taking it, so... kind of have to do this. And they kind of have to spend their turn killing the ooze. So it all is kind of prescriptive here. But I feel hopeful. We're now only mostly...
Your friend here is only mostly
that was a terrible,
dead.
terrible draw. Do I have the... I don't have... I'm just trying to figure out if we're holding this and for what reason. If we hold it. Yeah, Crackle's in the yard. Red Cav, but if we draw the red Cav, I just play it. I'm going to hold it for now. Yeah, right. Red. Sure. Sorry, you're right. Red Cav for the ETB rummage. I thought you were talking about it for the spell casting, but that is fine. All right, Vivian puts them to having to.
Diversity is our
They can.
greatest strength.
We can double block, and they can't take out Vivian. So if this is a land or whatever, if they're blank, we're in good shape. If they have removal for Vivian, or removal for one of our creatures, we'll lose Vivian. But they kind of have to have that, or we just really start to take over. Oh, yeah. Now, why? Oh, I see. Creature spells from top of library. Got it. Nothing to do here but more beasts. I'm going to make one with reach. Yeah, I guess I can keep attacking too. Let's just keep making vigilance then.
I call And Decoria answers.
If they choose to block at all here, it's fine. Mainly we're here to protect Vivian, and trading one of these for a Chupacabra is fine. I'm not sending one without Vigilance. I was willing to send the Vigilant one, but not one that would tap. There we go. So let's now minus Vivian and then cast the...
The more the hairier.
Get something for free off of this. So we go 5, 6, 7. We can make an X of 8.
I brought friends.
Yeah, tutor. But this is where we can probably get our I guess our Praetor's already dead, so we can go for Cavalier. Yeah, sorry, I was just didn't look ahead. I just figured we wanted maximum, right? So let's get the Cavalier anyway. But yes, could have had Cavalier for the win. And I will send this Dragon Horde away. And Oppo is like, shut up, you've got this.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
Oh, I forgot. I was going to make that change, but I forgot. Oh, well. Missed the change. Was a small one anyway. But there you go. That was why we wanted to make it, because of this card. On the play. Man, this is so close to awesome. Take any of these cards and turn it into a forest, and we like this hand, but we got to send this back. This we can keep. Ditch a mountain. We got a goose into a robber, and that robber will almost certainly exile a card. Yeah, best of 3 hand smoother is... Oh no, it's actual magic! Come on, give us something. I want action if they're gonna go World Tree. Come on. Well, let's start with an attack, of course. Maybe they'll give us something to play. But a 4/5 Hydra would not be the dumbest thing to do here with Oppo making those choices. Missed that time. Yeah, we're down a card. I'm going to get big. Demands answers, but kind of so does the robber, so it's like... And now we can just smash that and keep going. We're not going to get a card here, but I'm going to I'm going to smash and grab. Oh no, never mind. Can't. The goose doesn't make mana for us this turn, so we'll send the Hydra and smash next turn. make some food this turn. A lot of mana open, Oppo not doing anything, scary as heck, but Shatter Skull isn't like a fight spell or anything, so we'll probably still try it, but let's see what Oppo's got with all of this free mana we're seeing. I'm just going to go for X of 3 and not use our food here. All right. Where does that put it? Second from the top. I was like wondering why you didn't see it off the top. Trustani, powerful. Guess we have a job for our burn smell. Oh, never mind. We have a job for our ram through. And we get to 2 spell to boot. This is instant speed. What if we send in the Hydra and then ram through the Discordant at instant speed? I'm liking that. See how they want to block here. They're thinking ahead. We'll take the trade anyway. Yeah, we can just ram the knight. That's kind of funny, right? Yeah, sure. And then we get smashing for Tristani next turn anyway. That's strong. We only have removal for Tristani, and this could really refill them. Let's see what happens here. We have an X of 5. Or we have an X of 4, unfortunately. But with an X of 4, that's true. X of 5 from Magda, if we swing. X of 5 says that even if Niv Mizzet blocks the robber or Magda, we get to kill it. All right, so let's send all. Except, of course, the goose. One does what one must. So we put 2 on Tristani and 2 on Niv Mizzet. So we need an X of 4, right? Yeah, I just let it auto choose, but you're right. We could have used food instead. Well, they get value from their tree now. Well, I can't believe they're going to let us attack, so expect to see Robert die here before attacks. It's weird. Huh. I don't know why they're not choosing to do any of this, but we're going to go Elder and Ravager. It does still feel like we are far away from actually winning unless we find our Crackle. But I don't know why they let us keep the Robber. I mean, I guess maybe because they knew they were going to do that? I don't know. I just surprised they let us rob. Have you Horde? We're losing. That's a card. Well, we got to get this Oppo dead before they get their 6 mana, 5 colors online, or we're just gonna fall behind it all. I'm totally winning. I've got 18 and they've only got 8, Jim. So I am winning. Lifelink's really the only thing I'm worried about here. Am I supposed to... with the trample, I'm not even going to chump. We're just going to make food token and move on. Top deck like a champ. Come on, it's been that kind of day for us, so I fully expect Crackle to be on top. Ooh, I saw the trips red and thought could be good. Now, can we get there on haste? Oh, we got there. Wow. Wow. Oh, we didn't get there. We only have 1 from the... Oh, we did get there. We got there. We got there. So lucky. I mean, I knew we were going to exactly win that way. It's funny. I expect... I mean, with the way we're running, I was expecting to draw our Crackle. Try to get there that way, but we instead got the actual thing we could win with on the spot. Thank you. Plains Flip Land goes in. I don't think we're splashing. I think we just, if anything, want to get more aggro, like bringing in Arnie for a Brash Taunter makes some sense to me. Like, this is a place where we need to get him dead, or we're going to generally lose the long game, when we got lucky there to not lose the long game. Command is tempting. I don't think I want to splash it, though. I think we'll be better off sticking with our baseline Gruul. Let's try this. Banner over Horde is a reasonable consideration. We're going to keep this. Looks good. Ooh, I was going to play Shatterskull as a tapped mountain. Now I'm just trying to figure out if we should be greedy. I think I'm going to be greedy. I don't care too much about our life total anyway. And removing a key blocker could be the difference between winning and losing. Let's go with the Outlaw. If they don't do anything else, if they don't play another creature, we do have Spit Flame on Shaman, Make Treasure. Ooh, there's Rada, suggesting another potential course of action. But I'm on Spit Flame. Oh, did Oppo miss a land drop? That's good for us. They didn't like Niv Mizzet. Probably going to get an elf or something. Green Seeker. Literally a dryad, not an elf, but, you know. Next turn we can 2-spell with Rada and... Hey, everybody! We won an event! Sorry, Oppo. Wow, some days you are truly the Millhouse player.
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
I mean, gang, we top-decked like MFs today. We top-decked left and right and won a couple of games that I think we would have lost without perfect draws. So I'm going to celebrate. Yay! 3 wins. But let's be clear. The heart of the cards was with us today. We played well. We played decently. You know, there's plenty of mistakes of mine that got called out. So we played good enough to win. But this is one of those days to remind myself of when things are not going my way. Because today, with very little effort on my part, stuff floated to the top of our deck that was just perfect. And yeah, certainly not being super greedy with our mana was helpful there in applying some pressure to decks that were greedy, and we did punish them when they stumbled. So punishing stumbles is part of what decks like ours were supposed to do. So on that front, yeah. In effect, we got part of what we signed up for, but I'm going to say on average, that was better than average. Thanks for hanging out, YouTube friends. Hope you enjoyed the trophy. Glad to have one, especially in best of 3, where it's a nice chunk of change for our stockpile of resources as well. Catch you the next draft.